Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Elvis Kingafak. This is my DevOps six-figure channel. You're welcome to subscribe for your DevOps journey. Today's video is going to be on how to create a GitLab CI/CD pipeline. GitLab a is a tool, it's a platform for where you can build, test, and deploy your code. Okay, so I'm going to start here by creating a project. And in that project, we're going to build our pipeline. I'm going to be using VS Code. I'm going to be using Windows Subsystem for Linux, and I'm going to be using my GitLab account. So assuming you have a GitLab account, then you're going to just go to GitHub, just go to GitLab, gitlab.com, then you create your, very easy, okay? I'm going to make another video on for elementaries for how to create a GitLab account. Okay, so let's go. We're going to click on create project, create a blank project. Then here, the name you are going to call it, you can say um GitLab, GitLab demo, GitLab demo. Okay. Then make it public. Okay. Then initialize your repository with a readme.md file so that it becomes a Git repository. Then you click on create project. Okay. Once you click on create project, it's going to create you your first project, your first project. This is GitLab demo. Now, how do you build a pipeline? Yeah, you can have source code, you can have dependencies, you can have other codes here, but the pipeline code here has to be defined in a precise file called .gitlab-ci.yaml. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to clone this GitLab project. I'm going to clone it over SSH. Okay. You see, open in your IDE Visual Studio Code SSH, Visual Studio Code HTTPS. So don't worry about this one. Just go to clone with SSH. Then I will go to my system. Okay. I'm going to open my VS Code. This is my VS Code here. On my VS Code, I'm going to clear this one. I will create a new folder. Click on File. I will click on Open Folder. Then it takes me to my machine. This is my Windows machine, which is hosting my VS Code WSL configuration. Here, I'm going to right click in an empty space here. Okay. I will say new. I want to create a new folder. I'm going to call it GitLab demo -1. GitLab demo -1. I will say select folder. Okay. Now it's going to open my new GitLab terminal. I will hit Control tilde. The tilde sign is the button right under your escape on your keyboard. Then I will click on the drop down. I will select WSL. Select WSL. Okay. WSL here is a Windows subsystem for Linux. So means that I have an Ubuntu operating system that runs on my Windows machine. So that case, it makes it easy for me to be running my stuff interacting within my Windows machine and my Linux machine. Okay. So here I'm going to do a git clone. I want to clone my GitLab project. I'm going to do enter. Here I've cloned my GitLab project. Okay. Now, if you take a look here, I have my repository here called GitLab demo. Here we have to build a pipeline. Click on add new file. The name should be .gitlab-ci.yaml. The name has to be that way. Then I hit enter. Here I have my GitLab pipeline file. This is the pipeline file. And in GitLab, we're going to be using the default runners, default Docker runners as our GitLab runners here. So we're not going to worry about the runners. We're just going to worry about defining the pipeline. In GitLab, so has Jenkins, like in Jenkins file, which I'm going to make another video on the differences between a Jenkins pipeline and a GitLab pipeline. With GitLab, you have to define your stages in order. If you don't define your stages in order, GitLab is going to default to the test stage and it's going to run your stages parallelly. So if you run your stages parallelly, it means the two stages are going to be running at the same time. If one stage was a dependency on another stage, it's not going to work. So here, for best practice, start with stages. start with stages. Okay, these stages, yeah, you define all your stages. Here I'm going to say build. We're going to use 3 stage for this demo purpose. Build. I'm going to say the next stage here is going to be test. Okay. Then the next stage here is going to be deploy. These are the different stages. Okay. These are the different stages. Then we are going to have jobs. We are going to have job. A job is a task that run in a stage. Okay. So here, for good configuration, right? I'm going to call my first job the build job. This is my build job. Okay. My build job. This build job is going to be running in which stage? I can inject the stage here. It's going to be running in the build stage. Okay. Then what is going to be running in the build stage, it goes under script. Okay. Once I come under script, I will just, for simplicity, echo. I will say, my first pipeline, my first pipeline. Okay. My first pipeline. I can run another stuff here, say echo, welcome to my channel, for example. Okay, those are the tasks, those are the job, those are the tasks that runs in the stage, in the build stage. For example, this is just example. In an actual enterprise environment, this build is going to be comprising of code, source code, maybe the Maven build or stuff like that. So here I'm going to do enter. Now you have to be careful with indentation. I want to define the next job. The next job is going to be the test job. The test job. If you see, it has to be the same line with the build because all of them are common. So I'm going to do enter. I will go to my right side. I will do stage. Which stage do we have this job? We have this job in the test stage. And on that test stage, what's going to be the action? The action goes under script. Yeah, we're going to do something like this. That will say echo, right? Echo, second stage jobs, for example. Okay, second stage jobs, for example. Then in my next job, what am I going to do? Okay, the same line, I'm going to call this one deploy. This is the deploy job. This deploy job is under stage. The stage is deploy. That's the stage deploy. And then the script that runs on that stage here is going to be, it's going to be what? It's going to be, the script here is going to be, let's just say echo final stage, echo final stage. Okay. So for simplicity, let's keep it simple this way. Yeah, because I created a file. If you see it is green, it means there's an update. Yeah, I'm going to do a git status, to see what happens. Now, you see what it's giving you here, not a repository. So this GitLab demo here is it's a regular Linux directory. So you have to run an ls, then you have to do a cd GitLab to actually move into the repository. Here you can do now your git status to check what has changed. You see that? Now you do a git add, right? You move it from working area to staging area. Then you do a git commit, right? -s for sign off, -m. Yeah, I'm going to call my commit message my first pipeline. My first pipeline. Then I'm going to do this. I will hit enter. Now I'm going to do a git push. Okay, git push to push my pipeline codes to my GitLab project. Now come back to my GitLab project. Okay, I'm going to do a refresh here. Doing a refresh here. This is my GitLab project, my first project. Now, what do you do from here? Here, you have to go to jobs. How do you get to jobs? Click on CI/CD, right? And then go to jobs. You see, this is the pipeline. The pipeline is running already. It is running, it is in progress. Okay. This is our first pipeline. A merge was made into the main branch. You see the first stage here, look at stages. This is the trigger. It was triggered by who? By M4S. Okay. The stages here, we have 3 stages. You see stage 1, the build stage pass, the test stage pass, and the deploy stage pass. So click on this to see the build jobs. You see, this is the pipeline. This is the pipeline. We have here the build stage, we have the test stage, and then we have the deploy stage. If we click on the job here, right, build, it gives you the logs. These are all the events that took place before GitLab runs your pipeline. Okay, so GitLab is using the Docker executor with image Ruby as the runner to run this job. So we successfully built our first pipeline in GitLab. So you can use this and build from there and create more complex pipeline. In the next video, which I'm going to make probably soon, is going to teach you how to how to configure environmental variables onto your pipeline. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and see you